Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's 5-minute Chicagoland real estate update. I'm Joe Enzbigilis with the Enzbigilis and Tierney Group of Keller Williams Experience, and I'm extraordinarily grateful to be here today, earning my spot as your economist of choice for the Chicagoland real estate market. Today, we're going to talk kind of generally about the state of the market, and we're going to address price per square foot, which gives us an indication of affordability. So generally, if you watch the news, the narrative that you're hearing is mostly doom and gloom, right? We've got higher interest rates. We've got a housing bubble that some analysts are projecting is going to burst, and bank failures and all of this stuff going on, all this negativity in the mainstream media. And I'm here to tell you that locally, we're seeing a different story. Okay. In fact, I told the story last week about that property in Des Plaines that we listed for sale on a Thursday. We had 128 showings by Saturday. We had 15 offers on that property. That deal actually closes this Friday. And I can't wait to tell you what the sales price was on it, because we have a very happy seller in Des Plaines. Let me put it to you that way. And that's not an uncommon theme we're seeing around Chicagoland. Really, all counties in our area are experiencing really, really strong sellers markets, okay? And what's interesting is that this is happening in spite of all of these other economic factors, right? And all of this perceived uncertainty in the economy. And yet, we still have this very strong, very resilient housing market here in Chicagoland. The consumer is used to the higher rates already. Okay. And believe it or not, rates are actually trending slightly downward. Now, that could change. Wednesday of this week, the Fed is meeting. They're going to discuss whether or not they're going to raise rates again. And there's been a sell-off in the bond market, which indicates that we'll probably see interest rates go up. In spite of that, existing home sales came in at 14.5% higher than what analysts predicted throughout so far this first quarter of 2023, which is really interesting. We'll see that common theme, that the reality is going against what a lot of the analysts are saying, what a lot of the predictions have been. And that's why I don't spend a lot of time speculating on anything. I just like to look at the numbers. Okay. Very interesting fact. With interest rates being where they're at, 2.5 million buyers are either qualified or disqualified for the loan that they're applying for to purchase a new property based on a 0.5% movement in interest rates. So that plays to purchasing power. You can see the impact that interest rates have on purchasing power. And we've seen that since September, when rates of 2022, when rates started to go back up. We saw people that were in the market to purchase a $550,000 property that now could only afford a $420,000 property or a $400,000 property. So they either took a step back and they said, wait a minute, this is crazy. We're going to sit this out for a little while and see what happens. Or they started looking at homes that were priced, $100,000 less than what they had originally planned. And a lot of those buyers stood on the sidelines for about 3 months. And what we've seen in Q1 of 2023 so far is that they're back out into the marketplace in droves. Most well-priced homes that are in good condition are selling in a matter of a couple of days with several offers on the table. Okay. And that leads us into the next conversation, which is about price per square foot. Really interesting metric that I want to share with you is that in every county throughout Chicagoland, the price per square foot of homes actively for sale versus the homes that are under contract are different. Okay, I'll give you an example. So Cook County, the average price per square foot for a house listed for sale throughout Cook County is $265 per square foot. That's the list price, okay? The properties that are under contract, the average price per square foot is $226 per square foot, okay? So what that's telling us is that sellers are used to this insane market, this crazy seller's market, and they might be getting a little bit overzealous with their their asking price on their properties, right? Because the average price per square foot of listed homes is substantially higher than the average price per square foot of homes that are actually under contract. So the reason that's important is when you're considering selling your property in a seller's market like what we have right now, it's really important to list right at about what the market value of the home is. And the reason for that is it maximizes the number of people that actually come out to see your property, and they come out at the same time. And when you have a lot of ready, willing, and able buyers coming to your property for showings at the same time, it drastically increases the likelihood that you're going to end up in a bidding war or multiple offer situation. Okay. And when that happens, we've got buyers that are literally bidding the price up of your property. Now, if you list too high and you limit the number of people that come into your property for showings because, your price is higher than the comparable properties that their buyer's agent is showing them, you end up in a situation where you may end up negotiating that purchase price directly with one buyer. And in this market, it's really important to take advantage of the sheer number of buyers that are out in droves looking to purchase a home. And the best way to do that is not only to market the property with beautiful professional photos and on social media and all of that, but also the listing price needs to be in line with what the market value is. And what you'll find is more often than not in this market, if you have a nice home that's listed and priced correctly, you're going to end up with multiple offers and you're going to end up with those buyers bidding against each other and driving the price up, maximizing the amount of money that you end up getting for the property and minimizing the amount of time that you're actually on the market. It's a great strategy. We've had so much success with it, but that's why it's important to work with an agent who understands what's going on with the market and is constantly monitoring the situation to make sure that we're giving the exact right advice to our sellers. Now, remember, if you're listing your home for sale, the list price is ultimately your decision. It's your property. It's your hard-earned equity. And your real estate agent is here to advise you on the market and give you their opinion of the market value and their opinion of what the best list price is based on the market activity. If you want to learn more about that, please reach out to me, 630-297-5429, and I can expand on that a little bit. But anyway, thank you so much for being here today. It's my great pleasure to be earning my spot as your economist of choice for the Chicagoland real estate market. And if there's anything in the world I can do to help you, please let me know. We'll talk to you soon.